Welcome grade 12 parents. Thank you for taking the time to join me for this online meeting. This video will take the place of the meeting scheduled for Wednesday evening. I would like to remind you of the tutor team, your first port of call in any situation. Our girls are ably looked after by Kelly Richard Edwards, Angela Kuiper, and Victoria Hendricks. The boys are cared for by Liz Broad, Elisha Pretorius, and James Vevergy. Each person on this team is deeply committed to joining you in ensuring that your child has the best opportunity to achieve their goals and have a fulfilling matric year. This wonderful team takes on pastoral role for the grade 12 group and attends to any administration. They have walked a long road with your sons and daughters and are extremely excited for this final chapter of their school journey. As we cannot meet in person, the usual meeting held in the tutor classrooms will be done online. These meetings will be live on Wednesday evening from 6:30 p.m. to 6:50 p.m. Your child's tutor teacher will have been in communication with you to confirm, and the attached letter contains the same information. These will take the form of a Google Meets, and you will access these meetings via your child's Google Classroom. Please ask your son or daughter to sign into their tutor Google Classrooms by 6:30 p.m., where you will be welcomed by your respective tutor teachers. We will again ask for nominations for class reps. Please can I ask that if within your capacity to volunteer for this role. It is an extremely important link for the tutor teacher and the school with you, the grade 12 parent body. The matrics have started the year with a very positive attitude amidst the COVID uncertainties, and they have embraced the buddy system enthusiastically. We have just over 100 days left of class time, excluding the examinations. Our biggest dream for them is that they finish strong. Work has started towards the matric portfolios, and in some subjects it started at the end of last year. Attendance is vital. Working every lesson and every day is critical to ensure that they keep the pace. Assessments have been adapted for the online teaching over the next couple of weeks. It is imperative that these assessments are adhered to and completed in the allocated time, as not to fall behind. Each student will have learned what worked and did not work during the last set of online learning. It is crucial that they are prepared and ready to be present and actively involved in all lessons. This is not easy for most, but the teachers have everything planned and are ready. Communication is key. Students must be proactive in communicating with their respective subject teachers and notify them if there are any areas of concern. This is not easy for you, the parents, but can I ask that you help your sons and daughters to be prepared, rested, calm, and preferably out of bed in the mornings. And this is probably not the easiest of the tasks asked for you to do. They need to work ahead and ensure that tasks are started when given, thus alleviating any pressure before assessments. Falling behind in work during this time could be detrimental to the success of their year. All subjects need to submit a continuous assessment portfolio to the IEB. This can count from 25% to 60% of their final mark, dependent on the subject. These marks are awarded to each assessment or test opportunity. To that end, the week of camp has been postponed, and a set of portfolio days has been added. The timetable for these 2 days will be made available closer to the time. These marks can contribute to a well-deserved pass at the end of the year or require them to work doubly hard just to achieve the minimum pass. Cramming is never a good idea. We have 3 examination sessions this year with sizable quantities of work to be mastered. By working hard and consistently, your child will enter these examinations with confidence. The afternoon tutorials are in place to ensure that your child is able to receive more pointed attention. To effectively utilize tutorials, they should come to these sessions with questions in hand. At matric level, a minimum of 2 hours a day of homework should be covered, irrespective of whether or not any homework has been set for them. As said earlier, attendance of school is vital. Unfortunately, there is no time to take off over the next 3 terms. Once we are back at school, the following are non-negotiable. Assessments cannot be missed or rescheduled. If a doctor's certificate is not forthcoming after an absence from a test or a portfolio piece, a 0 will be awarded for the task. In light of online learning, assessments are designed to be done from home and must be handed in the allotted time. Exams cannot be missed. 2 years ago, we had a student writing her final examinations with a bucket placed next to her desk. The circumstances are communicated to the IEB, and marking leniency can be applied if the examination was attempted. Missed examinations can only be written the following November. The assessment schedule is available on the grade 12 calendar. Tests cannot be written on another day as it compromises the integrity of the assessment. Examination dates will be communicated in advance of the examinations, and a personalized final examination schedule is given to each student during their preliminary examination. We'll be completing the NSC, National Senior Certificate Entry Form soon. These are the registrations for examinations. These will be completed by your sons and daughters and will be checked and rechecked throughout the year to ensure that they are correct. Please do look at these carefully to ensure that all subject changes have been reflected. We have asked for a certified copy of your child's ID document. These must be accompanied to each of these application forms. We realize the process of collecting ID cards has been disrupted and is extremely slow at the moment, but we will accept a copy of the confirmation of application letter or email received from the Department of Home Affairs. Please can I ask that the certified copies are ready and sent into your tutor teachers on the first day back after the online teaching. Please also communicate your situation regarding the ID documents with your tutor teacher so we can advise accordingly. They will need their IDs when they write their final examinations. Please allow me to draw your attention to the document on screen now. This document refers to the different matric certificates, and I am focusing on the 3 major ones. I have attached a summary of the criteria to my email as well. Please refer to this and let me know if you have any questions regarding this document. Firstly, there's the NSC pass. The minimum requirement here would be to obtain 40% in your home language, which would be English. Must obtain at least 40% in 2 other subjects, at least 30% for 3 other subjects, and only 1 subject allowed below 30%. Then an NSC with entry to a diploma course, and the minimum criteria here would require at least 40% for your home language, English, at least 40% for 3 other subjects excluding life orientation, and at least 30% in the language of learning and teaching of the tertiary institution that you are applying at, and must pass at least 6 out of the 7 subjects. With this pass, you can apply to study for a diploma at a college or university of technology. And then an NSC with entry to a bachelor's degree. And here, remember, the minimum requirements are also dependent on the course and meeting language requirements as per the institution. Here, you must obtain at least 40% for your home language, at least 50% for 4 other subjects excluding life orientation, must obtain at least 30% in language of learning and teaching of the tertiary institution, and must obtain at least 30% for 1 other subject. And here you must pass 6 out of your 7 subjects. It is important to compare and assess your son or daughter's grade 11 report with this criteria to understand what is required. There may be a need for a concerted effort to ensure those marks are lifted and reasonable targets are set for the upcoming year. Please also check the requirements for the course of study your child is hoping to pursue. This differs from institution to institution, so each application requires careful consideration as early in the year as possible. Provisional university acceptance is based on the results from the grade 11 or the mid-year grade 12 examinations. Acceptance is only given on presentation of the statement of results. In addition, NBT or national benchmarking tests are mandatory for university acceptance. You can access information regarding these tests on www.nbt.ac.za. These tests assess the university readiness of English and mathematics. Bookings and further information is available online. The tests commence around May of each year and registrations open on April the 1st. Taking these just after the June examinations has proven quite popular as the information is still fresh in the mind. Please check the cutoff dates for any course you are applying for. The tertiary institutions will be hosting virtual open days which provide a good idea of what is on offer. Mrs. Ilza Pretorius, Head of Life Orientation, will be able to provide the exact details regarding these, and she's also on hand if there are any questions about applications. There are also other tertiary institutions offering specialized career-orientated training. These are well worth the visit. In addition, there are many fine institutions offering continued education outside of the Western Cape. Please remember that Stellenbosch University applications close in June. Other institutions close in September. Apply to as many places and keep your options open. Please do not think that any particular subject will open the door for you if you are failing that subject. Subject changes should have been effected before this point. The Maths Lit project cannot be done if you offer physics and allows those who are weak in mathematics to gain the best result. In many cases, it will be the Maths Lit mark that is included in the final certificate. Our stress and emotions. Stay calm, create a calm atmosphere for your child. Please try and keep home life as calm as possible. This is not the time to start or end relationships. Encourage friendships rather than relationships at this stage. In the matric year, stress is amplified. It is difficult because they are starting to assess their independence and need to take responsibility for their decisions. The matrics have been asked to initiate discussions with the teachers and to only request backup from you, the parents, if necessary. They need to learn to deal with the issues of life in a safe space. They must take responsibility for their learning. They're going to find that they have very little time this year. There is a lot happening in a very short space of time. They will need to plan and to quit procrastinating. Some activities require the support and cooperation of others. This should be negotiated and not assumed. Balance is important. While many of them may want to explore the new possibilities opening up to 18-year-olds, they need to keep the bigger picture in context and the consequences of too many parties or parties the night before or weekend before an examination or assessment. This must be kept in mind. Boundaries and guidelines will help them to keep perspective. COVID has made the before mentioned even more pertinent. Minimize group contact. The want to enjoy adult privileges will be prevalent in your child this year. Please be the voice of reason to your sons and daughters. There are some big life decisions that will be taken this year. These can consume their thoughts. They can expect to change jobs between 12 and 15 times in their lifetime, according to statistics. They need to just start in a direction. Towards the end of the year, many of the grade 12s may feel like they are over school. They need to stay engaged and finish running the course. They need to finish strong. If they're struggling emotionally or find that they are not engaged, they will struggle. They need a safe space at home and they need that steady support from their families. The tutors, myself and Cindy Toms are available to assist. Cindy can help work through issues around anxiety, study skills, and home issues. Please communicate any of these needs as soon as possible. We have already started building memories. Unfortunately, COVID has dictated the format of planned events, and we continuously revisit protocol to ensure that the grade 12s get as full an experience as possible this year. These events are made stronger when all are involved in the various activities. While we are documenting the various activities, first-hand participation wins every time. Events such as meeting their grade 7 buddies, the buddies being there all year round and interacting with them, the Valentine's celebration, variety shows, Sabre Awards, 40 days, house fever, staff picnic, valedictory, the final examinations and the matric dance are all exciting events this year, and we will keep you informed as to how they will happen and their procedures with taking COVID into account. Our theme since grade 7 has always been respect, and this is the way that we live it out. The way we talk to each other, the way we present ourselves and wear the school uniform, extramural commitments, leadership opportunities, the way we approach academics, meeting our commitments, and respecting the time of others and being punctual. Once we return to physical schooling, the following remains for the grade 12s. The matric jerseys can be worn beneath the blazer or as an alternative. to the school jersey. It does not replace the blazer. Participation in sports and cultural activities is expected. Any excuses must be rendered to the manager of their team well in advance of the practice. For the foreseeable future, sports practices will be on Mondays only for the grade 12s. This is a great opportunity for them to take responsibility. Social outreach hours still need to be reached. This group have really proven their commitment in the last few years and will need to start training up the next group of leaders. This contributes to life orientation and on occasion requested by tertiary institutions. Learners and driver's licenses, please try not to book these during school time. We do realize that this is an almost impossible request, but wherever possible, can it be done outside of teaching time? The grade 12 camp at this point will not take place due to COVID. We'll be holding 3 intensive portfolio days on the Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday of the week of the 15th of February. This will cover extended projects and assessments ranging from 1 hour up to 4-hour assignments. They will be given a break between the assessments. Normal teaching days will continue on the Thursday and Friday of that week. Could you please ensure that your tutor receives the Code of Conduct reply slip? This was emailed out to you at the end of last year. I just want to remind you of the tutor meetings on Wednesday at 6:30 on Google Meets via your son or daughter's tutor Google Classroom. I would now like to finish with a scripture for you, your sons, your daughters, and the staff for 2021. It is from Numbers 6, verses 24 to 26. May the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious towards you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. It is my prayer that the entire grade 12 family, the students, you the parents, and the teachers at school, that we will have a prosperous and blessed year, that we will support each other, that we will back each other, and that we will all strive towards giving the grade 12s of 2021 the best opportunities possible to achieve their goals and to have a memorable final year of school. I look forward to seeing all of you once we are able to meet again and meet face to face. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful year. God bless.